from the CT side as they look to get into the brown halls looking for information. Insani is holding if they go a little bit too far, which they don't. And Insani's starting to move in position now.
Yeah, but he's got to clear this out. Going to turn the corner, still going to be tough for him to get by. He's alone. Good win for Insani. One more over in Pop, and actually now the defense probably scrambling a little bit as Pop Dog is going to be a little bit more of a weak spot on this defense. Good shot from NQZ. Davideus adds in, and all of a sudden, there it is. The swing around at 6. And that's paiN with the pistol. NQZ. 4 kills, headshots all across the board, and that is a dominant start.
Yeah, that's crazy from NQZ. 4 kills in the pistol. All of those headshots come in the space of just a couple of seconds. Look at to see them here. So he starts out towards Hell, takes the kill on towards Safe, and they just keep coming in his crosshair. They just keep appearing as he steps forward, and he hits every single one of them.
20 seconds as the utility from paiN has stalled out MIBR.
Well, here comes Breno. He's going to charge out straight away into the open. Big kill. Spots out Big Zera. Follow-up kill from Breno before the trades come in from Davideus and Snow, but it's not enough because here come MIBR. DGT finally has returned to the roster. Can he show us a 1v3 clutch straight away here in Astana? He's looking for Safe at the back, and he's got him. It's now just a 1v1 up against Exit, who waits on default spot as DGT goes into the open, and that is what they were missing.
Now there's the impact play. There's the impact play they needed out of him that they weren't getting previously. Salvages the off, gonna get the defuse, and paiN flawless as they get a 3-0 start, and DGT. Gonna be a very sparse round as they get out T-mid very quickly. It's just Luke Housie out towards the red train.
Insani, great shot. DGT this time only good for 1. Before being traded out, but again, another multi-kill, this time on the B-bomb site. It's Big Zera taking 2. And once again, MIBR watching what looked to be a big advantage slip out of their hands. Here's the flank from Davideus, and they got themselves into a decent position, but once again, paiN rip it out of their hands.
And even with all that ground gained so quickly, MIBR just stalling it out after the fact. Gained so much space, but they haven't utilized any of it yet. Exit still waiting for his moment for the timing for him to turn. Davideus playing a risky game close towards T-mid while the smoke is up. And during all this silence, Snow has found a free kill. Okay, maybe not so free as I thought, but MIBR waiting way too long and letting paiN take the initiative. 35 seconds on the clock and still haven't pulled the trigger.
Bomb starting to shift over towards B. Wachowski making no secret about that. He's going to be making quite a few steps. They'll be heard out by the A player, but here come MIBR down into B. DGT, another big kill from him. He's going to be traded by Exit. Now the utility going towards the connector. NQZ picking one off. Needs a follow-up here as they try and cross right into him, and they will. They'll go right in front of him, and he'll land his shot without problem. 7 seconds left, not enough time to think about the plant, and it's absolute chaos, but is paiN to thrive in it 6 in a row. And right now they're just getting worse, it feels like, in the halves. paiN just getting stronger. NQZ under a lot of pressure, pinned in the corner with AWP. He's going to try and rely on utility.
And with 9 HP, he's already been dinked, so he's in some trouble. He's going to try and get out, but I don't think there's a clean way for him to exit. And Sonic going to come in with a blind spray and does find him. The leg, but Big Zera comes in next.
Yeah, he gets into the smoke. He gets out just before it gets a little weird. Insani into the open outside. Safe going to chime in. It's Snow to go down, so there should be no problems in making this MIBR's first round win. Big Zera trying to change that fact, but he's burning, and that fire was huge, so
yeah,
Big Zera couldn't get away.
I'm pretty sure he thought he was going to find some safety eventually with where he was moving himself and just never was there. Good job with the Molotov. Nice peek from DGT. One more 1v3, but not going to happen. Exit peaks for the trade immediately, and MIBR finally on the board with their first round.
Maybe they thought paiN were worse than they
True,
are.
yeah, that must be, but I mean, I don't know how you judge that when you're both winless. And look at this, good route down 6 lane, and Exit's going to find a free kill on NQZ's ult. And defense all of a sudden thrust into chaos.
Well, Safe going to charge forward with his teammate in front of him. From the Breno. He's He's going to try and create some space out of Icon. His teammate's already picking up one kill, but look at this from Snow sitting in the corner. Oh, the reload. Oh, just about goes down before DGT can save him.
It's all on Big Uzera. He's got this flank. He's pushed in towards T mid.
He's going to watch them as they cross back. Gap and sandwich. There's the pick on the FAMAS. Exit going to go down, and 2v2 established from that killer. Now it's a little bit of a panic button being hit because you've lost teammate. You know the Big Uzera is a real threat over there.
Well, the question for DGT is, where do you position yourself? You know that smoke is going to fade in the choke point next to bomb train, so where are you going to play after the fact? Wraps around, goes hunting, finds safe, unawares. The train yard outside, so many angles, and so hard to catch the timing of the next peak, so DGT disappears just after the kill, and Big Uzera, this long flank wrapping around to PopDog coming to fruition. I can't believe Insani didn't want to punish that Molotov. He knew exactly where DGT was going to peek, but he's got it anyways.
Yeah, now where is Big Uzera gone? That's the question here for Insani. He's got the right read. He's looking towards Pop. But can he step up when the fight comes to him? Just about spotted him in Insani. He needed a clutch out of him here, and he's got himself the 1v2.
Well, that is a brilliant 1v2 clutch, and you can see the game sense, the understanding that Big Uzera and T-Mid disappeared. You hadn't seen him for quite some time. Unlikely he would have wrapped around to Ivy, so PopDog the next glance. And Insani puts together a beautiful clutch. Just spots the shoulder, comes back for the peak, immediate headshot. 2 remaining in this opening half, and MIBR, a great recovery with 4 rounds in a row.
Here comes Insani. Stepping out into the open. Insani to get a double. Big Uzera and Davideus both go down. NQZ to try and step up from time, but Insani is delivering MIBR round wins here. Breno to clean it up. And Lakauzi spams down through the smoke. What a change up from MIBR. We're looking at them 6 rounds down, 6 in a row for paiN. And we're looking at 6 in a row being a possibility here for MIBR to respond. So MIBR looking to close on a 6 round in a row comeback. But the flank from Davideus could unravel quite a bit here. No one's checking, no one's looking for him. And he takes that first shot straight away. Davideus trying to disrupt him and keep them distracted. A second kill, bomb going down, and it's done.
And it's the 2 ops. It's the 2 ops who have to turn. It's this double op T side. Both of them have to look and try to address the flank, and now neither of them can move forward. Oh, this round's gone to hell. And this was symptomatic of the early stage MIBR T side of letting the round dwindle so deep, so much time running off the clock while doing absolutely nothing. So once again, paiN get all the chances in the world to be like, what's happening on the map? I want to go find out. And Davideus just ruins that tactic before it can even be executed.
Here comes Utility raining on in over the top. Brennan's going to wait at the bottom of the ramp and eventually getting gushed out, but his teammate's going to help, and the Jobber is laid down the lob for just 1.
Dude, the fact that they actually get that out of that defense is great. Lukowski was gushed at the start. I thought he was going to go down for free, but the fact that he saves Breno's life for him to get 1 more is very nice.
Well, 3v3 safe coming in from the brown holes. Exit's got another kill here for MIBR. No bomb plant yet. No bomb plant perhaps at all, as safe comes in to clean up with the Jobber. So 2 from Exit.
Or towards the inner bomb site. I mean, let's see. Is paiN going to be one of the few teams trying to bring back the wrap around towards the bomb site?
Well, X is going to detect it. And a second kill on the MP9. This MP9 is so damn good. Shreds the AK-47, earns the bomb, and it's done. Look how far away they are from the bomb.
I mean, look, you can, yeah, the MP9, that's nice, and it almost feels like the MP9 shouldn't be able to be like a one-man army against 3 AK-47s like that, but we also should say paiN, that's a really weak take of Ivy. For 3 players to only do 27 damage to an MP9, and for 28 seconds, Davideus and DGT are just like, there's no point in us going for this round. So now I think if you're MIBR, you start calling over to Lukowski and Insani. Give it up. Let him have the, I mean, you can go try and get this kill if you're Lukowski close by, gets the peak. And he's going to go for the run and gun, spots both of them. But now you have another AK-47 for Insani to salvage. 3 rifles for free for MIBR. And this round is a huge success. Resounding success in every aspect. Counter-terrorists win. Have the appropriate reaction when the hit does come in. No utility for Exit to chuck out. Breno has got a Molotov and an HE grenade. If for some reason he needs to give up the fight, he's got some utility to dump in to delay the plant. First kill is his. Not traded either, and the spray is there.
Yeah, okay. Double for Breno, and here comes Exit to try and clean up the damage that he already done to the third player as well. And so suddenly just NQZ and a clutch required at 30 seconds. He so convinces the player down below him, but in fact, I was on the opposite side of the bomb site. NQZ hopping up into the open and not taking the shot. So at least he's able to get away. But eventually, as soon as he repositions, Safe gets a better vantage point. And then we're looking at 10-7 as MIBR continue.
Break the window to be able to chuck some utility outside. That should be an indication if you're paiN. That's going to put him on notice here in that window break. You know what utility that signals. Another smoke in, but this one I think paiN's going to be happy to use. Gives them some safety to jump out. The setup is scaling,
Safe.
And Safe missed the opportunity.
Yeah, not able to get it done because he's so committed to that one angle with the AWP. Couldn't fall back from behind E-Box once they leaped out with the pistols. And now we're 24 seconds left, and Sonny's still alive on the bomb train, and that bomb goes down. And Snow having to win this 1v3. And it's going to be tough, and then Sonny, he just maintains position, peeks out, and closes it. So, and Sonny doing great work from the back of the bomb train.
That's all 5 kills. That's an ace for Insani. He picked up the 3 on the initial thrust of the attack. While they were trying to get out of Pop Dog, he handled the attack coming out of A main. That's a nasty round from the bomb train for Insani.
12-7 up on the board. Money not in a great spot for paiN. And there's Lacalzi just going into teammate. You see they're full of confidence now. So he's gone in. PGL going down first and a 5v4 to close onto map point.
Yeah, every play has worked for MIBR in the second half. The aggressive stances have been really brutal for paiN to deal with on this T side. The kind of mid-round reactions, the passive holds, everything has been effective. Flashbang out towards Ivy. Op rings out. Good shot. Snow looking for Exit. Gonna find him. Good read of the situation. He knew Exit punished them from a similar position earlier, but now all eyes on Snow. As Insani comes back towards 6 train, the AWP is still in position, and Lukowski's got to be a little bit careful, but Snow's on the hunt and Safe. Oh, he doesn't realize it. Snow has put this together so well, and finally something for paiN to be excited about.
Snow turning back for the kill on Lukowski, and Lukowski's going to pick it up, so 3v3, 40 seconds left. paiN Gaming still in this fight, but DGT making a very loud drop. But Lukowski just runs in, so press wasn't communicated properly by Breno. He's going to have to try and make up for that, and he will. Able to get one, looking down into the site, doing a lot of damage onto the default player, and now 1v1 for Insani. So the way he's been saying, playing rather, you've got to back him in this clutch. Davideus puts the smoke down. But he can't flee. He can't run away. He goes into the fight against Insani, who is so locked in. And he will grab 12-7 here for MIBR. Safe. Missed shot. Goes again. Won't miss the second time. And there's no one there with Snow to be able to trade or put pressure on the AWPer. Davideus. About to come out of Popio. Molotov out the back of the E-box here. Lukowski having to change the position and retreat back to the bomb site slightly. Actually, he's going to stay close to those boxes.
As long as Insani is there, and as long as the smoke up is in T-mid, they feel they can stay in that position. But as the smoke is about to fade, he calls it off. So Lukowski backs away with plenty of time. Same with Insani. Breno's investigating, but DGT has knife out, so box hall's control for the CT side. And it's just unfortunately, as it looks like the bomb is rotating back to box halls to join up with him. So now he's feeling lonely and can't really press forward. Big Uzera trying to create something with the Galil, but access is denied. And paiN must come back and try and utilize these advanced positions
with
outside.
The bomb. Bomb's down. Breno pushes into the brown halls. None of the teammates with NQZ. And with the bomb down in the open, Breno has a 1v1 fight again against Davideus. And it's just Davideus now. So we're looking at 13-7, unless Davideus has a 1v3 up his sleeve. And he's got that first headshot onto Breno. He's going to sprint out heaven. Lukowski and Exit should be able to close this one out. But he's going to go with a good go. So Davideus puts the bomb down on default. The grenade will end it, though. 13-7. From 6-0 down to a 13-7 win. That's incredible from MIBR. What a turnaround. They just grabbed control of the game, and they did not let go of it.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
And paiN going to be going for an A play. There's only one player defending here. Exit out from CT, so paiN should at least get a bomb plant out of this situation.
Okay, exit, tapping away, sees him coming out of Palace, 2 more, so he's calling out numbers, and now they know exactly what's coming, except maybe not exactly, and Sani taking a chance to glance over the flames at the stairs, but they're already directly beneath him, so an easy opening kill provided by paiN. Delivered by Davideus, and now the fight comes towards the CT stairs. The round is decided here at this engagement, and there's no flashbang to turn the corner for MIBR.
They got extra seconds because of that kit, but they need to win these fights. And QZ, Breno taking 2 on the CT side, but Davideus steps up on his own in the last bullet. That is sexy from Davideus.
Oh, so many Glocks when you turn the corner, even though it's good engagement. The USP's coming out in the first 2. There's just so many bullets left in Davideus's magazine, and he just completes it. Quad kill in the round. He gets the opening kill on Insani, taking that aggressive peek, and then he's ready for the swing. Teammates falling all around him, but he hasn't taken any shots in his direction, and look at the cleanup. Only Breno with the helmet. So that MAC-10 can be nasty. And over towards Palace we go. DGT going to lead the way on the walkout. It's one player defending and he's not looking. So all of a sudden, it's just the perfect timing. Just at the timing in which Insani had just gotten back but wasn't prepared for the push.
Yeah, much better already from paiN. Just contact play out of Palace. And I guess some space to play with that bomb's going down here as well. So MIBR. Either you save, and well, now I think that decision's been made for you. Can't win this round, so save call on the other side of the map. And we've got Davideus looking to try and hunt them down as well. He's not too far away from them.
Hit the perfect timing before Insani was ready to defend against it. 1 more second of delay, and Insani would have been there ready to party. 3-0 for paiN. T-side getting started, but remember, like they had the hot start on train as well, and it all fell apart. Trying to find out who's going to join up with the other playoff teams. Spirit and the MongolZ already making it through 3-0. FURIA making it through 3-1 with their new lineup with the Kazakhstanis and the... Is it Kazakhstanis or is it Kazakhs? I think I've been like going back and forth between both.
I think you can say both.
Say both?
Yeah. MongolZ and Breno, 2 kills from the CT side, and State is going to pick up 1 on the 5-7. DGT to trade him. We're looking at DGT alone in the world. Now, he had a clutch earlier on train, not going to be happening here early on Mirage as MIBR get their first round win. So when you're referring to a person, it's a Kazakhstani. You're referring to a group or culture, it's Kazakh.
Okay.
Or the language as well.
Okay, so I nailed it with the Kazakhstani talking about the 2 standard players.
And then the Kazakh is a group.
Yes, okay.
So there you go.
Today I learned.
Stani. Oh my god. Okay.
There we go.
Melted away by snow. Face torn off.
I feel like the fact that neither one of these 2 teams was all that great on train really kind of didn't get us a chance to see just the amount of skill that's on both of these teams deep into the rosters.
They go marching into B, and no one's there. No one's home, so they comfortably
that's a risky call with the time on the clock. They jump out of the window with like 8 seconds.
Yeah, they just rip it into the B bomb site. Well, that's a frustrating round for MIBR, of course, but they're gonna just save. Not spotting the player under the window. Davideus is able to move out because of that.
Well, paiN is setting up for a really explosive split at this B bomb site, right? When they pull the trigger on this, 3 players going to hustle through B halls. You're going to see Big Uzera turn the corner on Catwalk. He'll have the engagement with Lukowski. Oh, and Davideus trying to be the instigator. Stepping through that smoke, but the nade comes in perfectly. Big Uzera slipped the timing. 4-on-4 found, and Breno is sounding the alarm bells.
Yeah, Breno holding onto the B bomb site. It's going to be the first for him. Bugazero, what a shot from short. Breno just gets absolutely blasted away. And now a huge hole in the defense of MIBR. Once they're going to have to retake, they're going to send a couple players down through connector back in the middle, and Safe just waiting on them to join. He's looking for a pick that could help this retake out.
It's all going to start on Catwalk, though. The op isn't going to move. It'll be the rifles on Catwalk that play first that need a frag to activate Safe.
He has no idea how close he got to getting that pick, but Safe's going to go down. Damage done with the grenades. It puts Exit in the 1v2, and look how low his 2 opponents are, but he's so far away from the site still. And he's going to have to just bail out and save this one.
Yeah, good shot from DGT. He's the one who takes down Safe. The op just holding that angle and a nice peek, but those M4s did a good job of harassing.
Insani taking a lot of grenade damage early on. He's trying to play around this bottom connector smoke. Got Localzi's peek with him, but look at that. Davide is chasing him behind, gets Insani before being traded out by Localzi.
Yeah, for all the impact he had on map 1, Insani's had a really tough time here in Mirage getting started. He's taken some really rough deaths, some really poor timings. This one again. paiN gonna work their way back towards middle. Taking control from the underpass. 2 players defending. Step into Con. It's Exit and Localzi with the crossfire on Catwalk with Breno.
And the lineup for Exit, the double kill. DGT and NQZ both going down in that fight. And we got Pyjamas going back in with a 1v3. Be something special. He did win this in 45 seconds, and he needed a clean headshot straight away. And it's not going to happen. Safe to close it. And a second round win here for MIBR.
But that might just be wishful thinking on my part. Fast pace towards the A bomb site, going right through the Molotov.
Well, here we go. NQZ into the fight. And Sani double kill this time, finally getting some output. We got DGT trying to make it happen from Palace, and with that spam down through the triple box, he's actually even out the numbers. That is a huge kill, because even if Exit was low in HP, he could have still caused problems. The safe to catch DGT removes him from Palace, and now it is Davideus for the 1v2. He's pinned on default.
Yeah, but 2 Molotovs. That's a nice smoke to give him some cover to move out of position. So when the Molotov comes in, he's got an option with that smoke, and actually gets extinguished, but Safe still wins the fight. Swapping out, hot swap to the M4 in the middle of the engagement. And a 4th round for MIBR.
This is pretty much what you pointed out earlier, right? The fact that paiN Gaming got off to a great start on Trim in the first half. We watched MIBR slowly but surely close that gap towards the end of the first half of play.
Haven't always been able to convert that 5-on-4 with the weaker weaponry, but you're getting that opening. So one more of those.
Give yourself a shot. Here's a run boost.
I feel like this run boost fails more often.
There you go, yeah. Just as you say it, yeah. Not able to make it happen.
I swear, every time I see that, it's always just ends up horribly. I don't know why teams keep trying it.
Works out like 60% of the time. Works every time, Jason.
Yeah, that would be nice if it was the case, but it's way worse than that. Still with weaker weapons, there's actually decent production in this from paiN. That's a good nade over towards stairs. Chunks Snow down to 56. Safe playing passive with the op. He's got Insani at low HP. This is sneakily a really dangerous round for MIBR, and it gets even worse.
Yeah, with the plant coming in here, front triple. Snow looking to commit to it. He actually gets it down just before he falls, but it's NQZ walking into the jungle, and welcome to it as MIBR tie up 5-5.
They've gone passive, wrap back around through T-spawn. Here's the A execute. Exit to defend. He's got Localzi with him back at the ticket booth on low HP, who's going to be more supportive. Insani and Con, and they're giving up the bomb site. They're going to play this retake. Exit just hoping to grab 1 or 2 frags before the bomb gets planted, but he's pinned down.
Getting spammed as well. He's down to 41 HP. Sent some bullets back, but that actually costs him because Snow knows exactly where to shoot back. And they're not really in a position to
You have no smokes. I almost think if you don't get anything with this Molotov, you might have to save this round. They need this kill. They need to find 1 to get into the bomb site, but as soon as they step forward, it feels like 1 more kill for paiN, and they're going to have to call it off regardless, so now there's just too much time wasted. Bail out. You got no chance at this retake, and paiN have grabbed a 6th. Finally, a rebuttal to this little bit of a run. Beautiful shooting from Safe, but it's in a losing affair. No chance at the win. And we're going to head into this last round. paiN, a chance to take a 7-5 lead at halftime, but MIBR have been storming back throughout this half.
Yeah, with that save call, at least they still have everything to play with. "45 seconds as they gather behind the smoke. Breno already advanced in the apartments.
Yeah, but look at the strength. Localzi has just
Here they come, right through it, and Breno, can he end it on his own? No, he can't get all 3, but he's certainly done a lot. 2 kills coming in as Localzi waits behind the bench. Pyjamas into the bomb site, but Localzi is silent, and they haven't checked him, and now he hears them inside the site. It's 1, and the second should be teed up, and it's Insani to grab that and close it. 6-6 at the half.
Yeah, Breno didn't get all the kills, but I mean, he did win the round. Those 2 kills, the early warning system, and you set up Localzi in the back of the bomb site.
paiN Gaming, the A setup is pretty much empty.
Yeah, it's a retake, but let's see if they drop anyone back from middle. That's where most of their resources are. DGT pushing up. You had NQZ there to support. Now they're shifting over to the B bomb site. So the wrong side of the map for this A execute. Big Uzera calling it out just now as the two smokes start raining in. But no chance to really harass or slow this down or be a nuisance on defense, because a lot of real estate for MIBR, and paiN know it rotating back in. They've given up plenty of space. A recovery mission now, 5-on-5 retake.
It's a pretty similar pistol from the first half. And Sonny getting a double kill. Oh my god, 3 kills. It's very similar to that first half indeed. As Big Uzera bites back, there's a flank coming through Palace. And it is the last-ditch effort. Big Uzera trying to keep attention on him with 1 HP. But the time is ticking, and with no kits on their backs, it isn't going to happen.
No, not even, I mean, weird to say, but not even worth going for it. So keep the armor. DGT is going to back off. A nice upgrade. What a pistol round from Insani. Knows that retake coming from stairs. Happy to just take the individual duel, playing Gladiator and getting 3 kills out of it. DGT not even going to challenge, doesn't want to risk anything.
Look how quickly Insani got to the top of his team.
Which is right now with his second round investment. paiN has to have a little bit more stopping power so Insani doesn't just have free reign.
Well, flashes come out, exit, charging into the A bomb site. It's going to be NQZ with the first. McAllister to trade it, and Insani, oh no, not this time. Not the impact he was looking for, with just too many bullets firing in all different directions towards him as he exited Palace. But a 3v3.
Push around them. Into the B bomb site we go, and MIBR going to magically find a free bomb site in an 8th round. Actually, hold the phone. I shouldn't have maybe called it.
Hold on. Big Uzera. Oh, okay. Needed a second kill to really open that option back up again, but he was hanging around. He was going for it. McAllister seems to have shut that door in their face, though. Looking for his 4th kill of the round here. Killed everybody so far. Will continue to do so. Davideus retreating, and we've got an 8th round for MIBR, but it's hard fought.
It really is hard fought. That's a great round from MIBR, though. I mean, recognizing that you just didn't have it at that A bomb site, it's really easy to kind of get lost in those executes and stick around despite the fact the execute's going horrible. The idea that paiN saw they had an opportunity to just back away and reassess the situation on top of an already stressful year with a lack of results.
Here comes McAllister into the connector. He's just going to walk through that smoke and take some space. No one's spotting him. No one's looking until now, but he's already too far deep, and they know they now have to deal with that threat. But Insani comes out of Palace. Big Uzera getting caught in jungle. It's all about Snow to step up from under the wood. He's got a second. Fire melts away Snow, but he's got a smoke. And he'll stay in position until that grenade gets rid of him, but he's bought his team time. It doesn't matter, though, as Insani doesn't give a crap. He's got himself 3 kills again, and Davideus left 1v3 to try and recover this with 25 seconds left.
Yeah, and Insani, he's putting him down right now. This is a beautiful performance over from Palace. He's never even had to leave it. 2 kills towards jungle, a nade kill underneath the boards to give his team access into the bomb site, and Davideus knows he does not have a winning play. 1 versus 3, and he's just going to try and back off and save the weapon. 5 bullets in the mag, and the off angle from exit up on the table. It's 10-6. Elevating them over paiN. DGT is going to play under the balcony. NQZ all the way back at Ticket. You've got Big Uzera over in jungle, although the last time he played this position, his face got ripped off by Insani, who's over in Palace yet again.
Well, Flash goes into the ramp, and it's going to be McAllister to fall, DGT to lock him out, goes up for a jump, but Insani immediately pops his head. And this could be...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the fake is already getting pulled off. All the resources are pulled on this side of the map. It's going to be a 3v1 at the A bomb site.
They realize now it's an A play. Insani popping out of Palace. Well played from MIBR once again. This time into the A site.
Oh, deep angle with the op.
Safe all the way up. Flash goes in. Safe comes off the angle. And Davideus actually wins the fight against Insani.
That's a T-flash.
Yep, it was. A complete fumble of team play here, but Safe able to get out of there.
Okay, a little bit of miscommunication trying to take control of CT, but it's not a big deal because MIBR's got that control right back and a strong reposition with the op out towards T-Ramp.
Well, Safe, little missed shot from Safe, and he's going to have to hide here on Tetris as they come
Bomb's
back in
not
on the
planted for him.
defuse. It's not planted for them. They've got to get to it. Snow defending, and the defuse is stuck. It is paiN pulling one out of the hat right at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going to reposition like that away from the bomb plant, you have to hit that shot if you're safe as they cross into the bomb site. That's one of the losing plays.
Everything they could want, AKs and AWP, but look how's his health gone. Another nade right on top of him. NQZ's looking up towards top middle with AWP. He's going to miss the shot and have to drop back.
Should be 12-7. That's what's ringing out in the minds of MIBR at the moment. So for the moment, it's a weak defense with just Snow's MP9. It's the flank that is going to be the strength of holding on, but Insani's checking it.
Oh, Dink though. Oh, it's an all-clear fight for Insani, and he's going to lose against Bigozera. Davidea is stepping up. Exit trying to frag out, but 2v4. 20 seconds left. Exit needs a lot more than that, and he's got it. He's got the follow-up kill. And now he's got Safe watching the market rotation. Gonna smoke the apartments.
Oh,
Worried about an underpass play. Yeah, definitely a risky smoke in the open.
Well, risky to not to throw it as well, but could have easily been peaked. So holding for this cross. Safe missed a critical shot in the previous round. He'll do it again here.
Yeah, missed shot again on the crossover, but at least he's still standing. Exit. Doing some of the heavy lifting here for MIBR isn't enough to push them up to 12. DGT on the flank. They're going to get a move on. Safe considers it. Turns at the right time as that smoke fades away. Time ticking. Got to get in on this. NQZ with the kit. Needs to get to the defuse, and Exit's just going to play with him. A 4K from Exit. 12 rounds for MIBR off the back of it. To move into the final day of groups tomorrow with a chance of the playoffs here in Astana. Exit to try and clear NQZ at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, NQZ hasn't had many kills on this map, but that is an important one.
Yeah, that's a superficial clear from Exit, right? That's like him kind of going through the motions. Like, I know I should check this, but I'm not really expecting anyone to be here. So a little lackadaisical and gets punished for it. Davideus on catwalk. Gonna get challenged eventually. They will turn this corner with the cover of the op. He's taking an off angle, paired up with Big Uzera over at Sandbag. Snow as well up in the ladder room, and this defense is looking strong. Catwalk take gonna go nowhere. Nice setup for paiN. And MIBR got nothing. It's Lukowski against 4. Well, yeah.
And there's a hero AK at least in the next round.
Yeah, but you won't drop a Glil. You won't drop any pistols over. You don't have the funds on anyone else for it. So remember, MIBR has been such a huge winning streak that they're going to have no losing bonus. So you'll probably see an investment in this round just because of the fact that
you're going to have to save regardless. Anyway.
Yeah, double save anyways. No need to discuss it during the timeout if you're paiN. Everyone obviously knows the consequences of a loss. Elimination if you can't close out this round.
Oh, well, Insani's got the opening. And surely not like this. Surely not like this, paiN. So NQZ's going to take one from window. Will be smoked out again.
Oh, my lord, look at this.
And look at the space from Breno.
Oh, he tested
this
it.
Is huge.
He saw the catwalk player. Oh, no. Okay, so he's going to pull the team over, and they're saying, all you have to worry about is catwalk. I have market. Nobody's here. Just be cautious of Cat when you come in. That's going to be where the only defender is, but actually it might catch him off guard because Snow's coming back and he's getting a little bit deeper. Nade trajectory, smoke trajectory, and now sliding forward. And Breno's not coming back to help, so it's on Exit's entry, and Snow gives up the angle. Now they can swing wide and pin him down.
Oh, but
there's
Breno!
the pounce.
Yeah, that's the surprise they weren't ready for. Breno to be so deep in the site. Snow thought he was defending the B bomb site, but they had already lost it. And now they're out. NQZ to step up to the plate. He'll try. But it's going to be impossible. paiN Gaming start this tournament having to play with their coach. They get DGT a little bit later into it, but this performance is not one to remember. It is MIBR to take down their countrymen, knock them out of the competition here in Astana, and MIBR move into the final day of groups tomorrow.